Hello everyone and welcome back to HeMakesMePlay. I am Marius and I'm blind, I can't see, and so I make other people play video games. And today I'm back with Vincent. Hello Vincent.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, me too. I'm excited. We might have an expedition today.
Yes.
It's very likely, but you never know with these games. Just like last time, we thought we would do church and then we ended up prank calling people for 50 minutes and then we hit our ex-wife and had a panic attack. So basically a normal disco day, I would say. But I'm hyped. Let's go to the island, Vincent.
Yes, let's talk
to Lilienne.
There we go.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
Officer Harry, what happened?
Right.
You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
We haven't talked to her after the shooting.
No.
Let's do it now.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
She thinks we were drunk, but we weren't.
No, we were a hero. We jumped in between two fighting parties.
Yeah, we tried.
Yeah. We can say, number one, you seem angry. Why? Number two, I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. Number three, some people hurt me. Or number four, I wanted to talk to you about something else.
Just ignore her.
Boat.
I want to do the angry part because I think we only got that option from the skill check.
Okay.
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's the same option with the addition of it's nothing.
Yeah, come on, let's be a male.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real good. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah.
You didn't only get shot.
Who said that?
Reaction speed.
You didn't only get shot?
Mhm.
Okay. What does it mean? What else happened to us?
Well, we can also say, number one, I dodged the second shot. I can also get not shot.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, because reaction speed did that, right? It's like, hey, I want some credit too.
We can also say number two, you should see the other guys. They're all dead.
No, that's a bit dark.
Then number three, the conclude option is, I have a question for you.
No, do the number one because it's funny.
Well, good for you.
She smiles. And then we can use the other two options.
Oh, sorry, what was the first one?
You should see the other guys. They're all dead. And I have a question for you. And that's the conclude option.
I don't want to say that they're all dead. Because he's talking about the Hardy Boys. Man, it's too soon.
The Hardy Boys and the mercenaries, right?
Yeah,
Didn't they
still,
also die?
though. It
doesn't
could
make it
include
better.
the Hardy
Yeah.
Boys. And let's conclude.
Yeah.
Move on.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
And we say, we need to get to that island. And we point to it.
Finally, man. I wanted to do this weeks
Yes,
ago.
But the game wouldn't let us.
No.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, and we can say, number one, can we borrow your boat? Or number two, 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection.
What? I don't
Okay.
understand.
And then the third option, what's on that island? I saw some kind of ruins through the binoculars.
Yeah, I want to hear that. Ask her that.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to
Oh.
bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Very perceptive.
Yeah.
Which skill was that?
We can ask, you said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then?
Her
if not
husband.
you?
I bet.
We can also ask, we still have the other two options, and we can also ask, is there anything I should know about getting there?
That's a good question, but do number one.
My husband used to drink there.
Oh, he was a
Him and his
drinker.
drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People
Oh,
died
man.
there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
I wonder, if Idiot Doom Spiral is one of his drinking buddies.
Oh, wow. Crap, Vincent, we haven't talked to him in a while.
Do we want to?
Not really.
Yeah.
And I think it was a while ago, and Doom Spiral is a new appearance in the fishing village.
Yeah,
I
but
would
maybe one
wager.
of the other two. There's just... Who else would be a drinking buddy, right?
I would say many people that we haven't seen, but yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Of the people we know, he's one of the most likely candidates.
Yeah.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God
Okay.
forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Oh, she points to the two kids playing on the concrete yard.
Now we should talk to them.
Yes. We also have a task. Ask Lilienne's twins about the island.
Okay, there is yet more to do.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we can still ask the other questions. So, number 1, can we borrow your boat? Number 2, 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection.
that one.
And then number 5 at the end. Is there anything I should know about getting there?
But that does not have a conclude option, right?
Right.
So let's ask that one.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Who is that? Authority?
Interfacing.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Okay. Any new options?
Nope.
Then just ask her for a boat.
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Her eyes narrow.
It's a long list. But Lilienne, aren't you coming along? We need you as a captain.
Yes.
It was supposed to be this whole thing.
Dad.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
She nods.
Well, all right. And now?
We can nod along attentively or ask, what if I want a rock?
Nah. Go with number 1.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Okay, and then we can still say that about the bacterial infection or say, thank you, we'll use your skiff to get there then.
Do you want to say the bacterial infection
I
thing?
have no idea where that's going.
I think maybe Kim mentioned it, but I don't know why why he would bring it up now. Like, we were trying to play tough guy before, so
Yeah.
this is breaking the act. So just conclude.
Okay.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
She nods. Okay, and then we leave.
Okay. Well, let's try it. Try to talk to Doom Spiral.
Okay.
It's the last time we're gonna see him. I think the whole thing with Doom Spiral was like we should collect more wine bottles and then like hand them in to him for stories that he makes up.
Oh, right.
Like
Yeah.
he's some kind of weird
Don't we
narrative
have-
machine.
Don't we have some drugs? Oh, yeah, right. We have a speed bottle.
I think he wants
And
alcohol.
Some cigarettes, but
Yeah.
that's it.
And there was also this other merchant who had a weird spirit bottle,
Yeah.
which we can't afford.
Rosemary or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we could now, but do we want to?
I don't think we can. Not wasn't it like 500 that he wanted?
I think just 100.
Oh, okay. Well,
But, either way.
we could do it. Take along to the island. Who knows?
But we might need money on the island. There was something about that.
There was,
Getting
but that
funds
hasn't
for the
come up.
island.
If anything, the preparation and the money and stuff, I thought it would come up with Lilienne, but there was none
True,
of that.
yeah.
So I don't know. Anyway, let's just go to Doom Spiral first.
Okay.
Totally
Man,
forgot about
you're
that
like bleeding now.
guy. He's like
You know,
disgusted.
They really messed you up.
We can say, I'd like to listen to the tale of the Headless Fallen Rider again.
No.
Or have you got any more urban myths?
Yeah, that one. Do that one.
I actually do have one. The strangest of them all. But I'll need to fortify myself before I can tell that one. Do you have anything to fortify old Doom Spiral? Tell me you got some story juice.
Do we, Vincent?
No, we can either say I don't have any on me right now, or man, you're really bleeding me dry here. I don't want to give you any more, and we don't do it now.
Do the first do it, not do it now option.
Yeah, that's also the one we picked before.
Okay.
If you find any, I'd be extremely...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Can quickly talk to the other two, just in case.
Yeah, okay. The one I find slightly annoying, but okay. Yeah, that one.
We have a new option. We can say, hey, I'm on an important official investigation. I demand you answer my questions.
No, we just
Yeah,
didn't do that before, and we
It's
won't now.
not gonna work. Yeah, okay. And then Rosemary, I think his name was.
The legend returns. You know the dance.
Yeah,
Smokable smokes, pissable pilsner. Drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
Yeah, we can buy drugs from him, but
Okay.
we don't want to.
What about the spirit bottle?
No, that's.
The legend returns.
He has smokes.
You know the dance.
Here's the money
Smokable
for
smokes,
Pilsner
Pissable pilsner. Drink it, then
and
convert
some
it to
speed.
piss.
But that's it.
That's it.
We
Buy,
want-
okay, buy Pilsner, give it to Doom Spiral, right?
Okay, it's only a 1.5 real.
Bottoms up, Captain.
Okay,
Alright. I hope he takes Pilsner. Maybe he only takes wine? I don't know.
for stronger spirits,
Man, you're like bleeding now.
we can say found another batch of
Really,
alcohol.
really
Can you
messed
tell me
you
the
up.
third story?
There you go.
Of course. Drink first, story later.
Lean back.
And,
Listen to Uncle Doom Spiral.
and we say here, I've got potent Pilsner.
Not much, but it will do.
He grabs the bottle from your hand and uncorks it immediately.
This last one is the most Martinet story I've ever heard.
He takes an almost comically long swig. Thus fortified, he continues.
Yes, that was one for our misophonic listeners.
I've never heard it mentioned outside of here. At first, I thought it was a joke, to be honest. But I've been on the coast 8, 9 months now, and in that time I've seen at least 3 expeditions come through, searching for something.
He really sounds drunk now.
Is this going to be a story about the island? That would be so thematic.
Hmm.
Oh, go on, Doom Spiral. Go on.
A shovel hits the sand somewhere behind the reeds, near an abandoned construction yard. The young men look over their shoulders suspiciously. The sound of their digging seems loud in the sudden silence.
A treasure? Did they bury a treasure, Vincent?
First option, cryptids.
Oh. It's all coming together. now.
We can also say number 2, a place to call home. Number 3, your lost keys. Or number
Right.
4, okay, what kind of expedition?
No, say cryptids.
Magic animals? No, man, this is serious stuff.
Okay, we can still ask the other ones. A
Sure,
place,
take it from the top.
a place to call home?
No, Tequila. Most people already know where they live. It's guys like you and me that are the exceptions.
Your lost keys?
Mm-hmm.
Hey! Fuck you, Tequila.
He says, his voice level.
Didn't want to make him angry.
Okay, what kind of expeditions?
All kinds. I've seen archaeologists, gangsters, even a bunch of ad agency types. I'm telling you, Tequila, this thing's got a pull on certain kinds of people.
And we can ask, wait, what do you mean, certain kinds of people?
Yeah,
Or number 2, what exactly are we talking about here?
do wait option.
You know, obsessive types. People with predilections.
And then we ask, what exactly are we talking here?
Yeah.
Some of those expeditions come back after a week or so, looking haggard and dejected. Others don't return at all. The first time I saw one of these expeditions, I thought they were fucking with me. There was no way it could be true. It was just too high concept, even for me.
That's a phrase he really likes.
Yes.
High concept. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait. There's no way. It can't be. Or can it?
What? Why is everyone being so vague all
I don't
the
know,
time?
but I'm worried because there was Electro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Someone hid drugs somewhere?
Maybe some mythical drug going on? I don't know.
So, options?
I'm not even sure I should be telling you this story, to be perfectly honest. You're in a fragile state, and it might be too much for you to handle.
He just wants more beer. You're not getting it, Doom.
We can say, I can handle it. Or number 2, you're right. Maybe it's not a good idea.
Ugh, sorry, cop. Number 1, I can handle.
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. But I'm warning you, it's pretty out there.
All right.
Our story begins at a legendary design studio, right here in Martinez.
I should also say we had 3 HP and 3 morale, and we could boost that to full. Do we want to?
Right now?
Yeah, we have 7 health potions and 9 plus morale
Let's
potions.
wait until after,
Okay.
like, we have dialogues. You know, dialogues might heal us. It's
Sure.
a long shot, but it could happen.
I'm just,
Let's
he's
check
saying-
this stuff before we get on the boat.
Yeah, I'm just talking about you're in a fragile state,
Oh,
and it
okay.
might be too much for you to handle.
Sure, but we can still. Like, has anything in the game ever hit us for more than 1 HP?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
mean.
We continue.
Yeah.
There was this designer. His exact name is lost to history, but in life, he was a legend. Made it big in Aranya, where he did some real pioneering work on grotesque and sans serif typography. A fucking genius, man.
It's Steve Jobs. I bet he means Steve Jobs.
You think?
Yeah, I mean, Jobs was famous for, like, really caring about the typeface of Apple computers and stuff. Right? The
True.
writing. And he had, like, calligraphy classes in college, man. I read about that.
Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah.
him.
I
maybe
think
we'll
so.
find an
Come
iPod
on,
somewhere.
genius
around here.
designer. Who
Uh-huh.
else?
There's only one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so now that we know what he's talking about, let's keep listening.
Yeah.
That is, if he even existed. Who knows? It's an urban legend, after all.
He takes a swig, wipes his mouth, then continues.
He existed, all right. You feel it deep within your basal ganglia. He was as real as you are.
And we ask Electro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sure.
I'm talking about...
Anyway, sometime later he started his own personal studio here in Martinez. And that's when he started working on some really wild stuff. I'm talking some glass-smooth, forward-looking design language, the kind of thing that would totally overthrow the old regime, design-wise.
Like Apple.
Right.
Like the iPod.
Right.
Or iPhone.
Mm-hmm. But
That-
he's only talking about a design language.
Yeah, and Martinez. So it inevitably failed.
Yes.
But then something turned. You see, it's widely known that nose candy and pioneer graphic design work go hand in hand.
He's talking about cocaine, Vincent.
Mhm.
Now I get it.
Yeah. We can ask, wait, nose candy?
Yeah, sure.
You know tequila, nose candy, the white railroad, party powder.
He taps the side of his nose twice.
That's right.
Kids on the streets also call it snow day.
Sinus salt, the white night.
Can't see, for its popularity among the aristocratic class of the prior century.
Along with a number of more banal street names. Blow, of course, but also flake, powder, pearl. Really, anything that's white, you'll get the idea across.
It's true. And they avoid calling it cocaine.
Yeah.
At all costs.
Uh-huh. I also like how they describe it by just giving it more names.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can't call it cocaine. Is that trademarked by Coca-Cola? I honestly don't know.
Don't think so. Maybe
Yeah,
by
probably
some
not.
cartel.
Yeah, maybe.
He's talking about cocaine.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we go.
Thank you, Electro.
Yes.
And we say, oh, you mean cocaine?
Shit, yeah, Tequila. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
All
He
right.
gives you a camaraderie bump on the shoulder as a couple of millimeters of booze slosh out of his body.
Drugs and friendship.
Yes.
I like it.
Let me ask, so what happened to him?
Yeah.
You've got to understand, the work this guy was doing was so high concept that regular amounts of cocaine just weren't cutting it. By the end, they were bringing it in by the lorry load. Now, as you might imagine, snorting that much cocaine can't be healthy for a regular human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Endurance.
Electro? Ah, right.
Trivial success.
Wrong. Do it all the time.
That's Electro.
Okay.
And we say to Electro all the time.
All day, baby.
Hey, Tequila, pay attention.
Sure.
The story goes that one day he was balls deep in work on what he thought would be his pièce de résistance, an advert so minimal it contained neither text nor images, just pure white. Apparently the idea was too high concept even for this genius. He dropped dead right at his desk before he could finish. His last words are recorded to have been, "It's as white as a blizzard of cocaine."
Okay.
Pretty high concept there. We can say number one. What a loss for the world of design.
And he buried that or something? What was that with the expedition at the start? I'm confused.
I don't
Vincent.
know. I hope we'll get there.
Yeah, let's see.
We can also say number two. What a stupid fucking idea. Or number three. Say nothing.
Say nothing, like we
Yeah.
do.
But the story doesn't end there. Supposedly, when they performed the autopsy, the coroner discovered nearly a 1/4 kilo of coke jammed into his nasal cavity.
How would that even...
Yeah, that's a funny
Okay.
image.
That's almost certainly anatomically impossible.
Well, you know, some training.
Yeah, if you pack it tight enough.
Yeah.
Wrong again, nerd. Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's Electro.
Yeah, Electro calling logic a nerd.
This is pretty funny. That skill stuff is almost the best part of the game.
Yeah.
That's right. 250 grams of blow had accumulated in there over the years. We're talking high-grade Saramaritsian pure. Not that cut-rate shit your grandma does.
My
There
grandma
are those
doesn't do
who
cocaine.
believe the designer was buried with this 1/4 key of nose candy still lodged in his sinuses. That's what those expeditions are looking for.
Ah, I see. So we might find a truckload of cocaine on that island.
Possibly.
Is what I'm concluding.
If that is happening on the island.
Yeah, where else, Vincent?
I don't know.
Has to be.
The cocaine skull.
Yeah. Damn right.
And we can say the cocaine skull.
Sure.
Or a skull filled with cocaine.
No, number one.
The cocaine skull.
He gets it.
And then we can say number one, wow. Or number two, and why do people think the skull is here in Martinez?
Yeah, ask that.
Here's the kicker. This designer, this lead designer of a world-famous design studio, was born in Martinez.
Oh.
A local boy, Martin Martinez.
So
he exists.
Yeah. And
Wait,
maybe,
is
maybe,
he making that up?
Maybe the other guy is his son or something. Probably not, but no.
He was sort of high concept.
True.
But
That's why he brought his studio here, back to where it all began. And that's why they buried him here, too. Perhaps right under Ab's pipe there.
He points to the pipe.
Or probably further down the coast, or in some yard in Martinez proper. A hidden mausoleum, no one knows exactly.
No, my grandma always told me his grave lay somewhere on the islets on the bay.
yeah. See where we're going.
This is ludicrous and physically impossible. Sinuses can contain that amount of anything.
Now, detective. Always the skeptic.
Okay.
My only question is, where does one get a shovel?
I was just gonna ask that. God damn it! I wish I would have asked that. I was gonna say, Vincent, do you think they have a shovel at the pawn shop? One last visit to Ray, our friend Ray.
Maybe.
We should have a shovel on the island. Honestly, come on.
Yeah,
It's got the money.
Huh.
That's the only place where
I wonder if we missed the chance by doing this after the cryptid people already left. I would assume they have shovels, right?
Sure, but it can't be the only source.
No.
Anyway.
We can say, number one, what do these expeditions plan to do with it? Number
Snort
two.
it?
Yes, or sell it. Number two, Rosemary, you said something about islets?
Yeah, that we should take that.
And number three, what have you heard? What have you learned from the other expeditions?
Do the Rosemary thing.
Don't listen to him or his grandma. He's just making things up.
No, my grandma told me. I've heard other people say it too. That it's underwater. Or no. Maybe it was the storm sewer.
Or maybe it's in the air. Or in an ancient step pyramid offshore.
Okay, now I hope it's in an ancient step pyramid offshore somewhere.
Kim, can you tell me more about this pyramid?
Yes. Where have you learned about it?
Yeah.
Did your grandma told you about it?
In a pyramid?
Yeah,
Now that would be something.
he gets it. Set inland?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, we have two new options. We can still ask the other two or say number 4. Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go find it. And we undertake it. Or
Yeah, that's what we're going to do, but...
number 5, surprisingly, I'm not interested in looking for the skull.
Okay, do number 1.
What do these expeditions plan to do with it?
Yeah.
The archaeologists say they want to put it in a museum. The gangsters say they want to sell it on the black market. And the ad agency guys say they're seeking inspiration.
Right.
Yes.
Bullshit. They just want to snort it. But you could beat them to it, Harry. You could snort the magic skull cocaine instead.
I'm pretty sure they all just want to snort it, though.
And why wouldn't they, eh? Sounds like right strong stuff.
Wouldn't that be, like, really disgusting?
Yes.
Like, it would have rotted in the ground with, like... How stable is cocaine?
Really, is it... I mean, sure, it's like a 1/4 kilogram, but...
Maybe it's, like, good still on the way inside, you know?
I mean, it has...
Like a Mars bar that you left on the couch or something.
Yeah.
Not that I ever did that.
Maybe, but it would have to be like a mythical quality Mars bar to be
Yeah,
a
you know...
reasonable investment for an expedition to get it.
I mean, this is mythical cocaine. Literally. He just told us a story. Myth is Greek for story.
Yeah, but the guy with mythical, the cocaine, was... I mean, they brought it in, as he said...
He did say it was special, good cocaine.
Yeah, good cocaine.
Really
But
good.
he also said they brought it in wagons, basically. So
Yeah,
it can't be that rare.
Sure, yeah. What are we talking about? I forget. Does anything even grow in cocaine? Is it like a disinfectant? Could it help with the bacterial infection that we apparently got? I don't know.
so
Let's find
Lily.
out. Are there more options?
Yeah, what have you learned from the other
Yeah.
expeditions?
They're pretty vague about it in general. The gangsters like to claim they're looking for the grave of a friend with picks and shovels. The archaeologists act all official about it, saying they're conducting serious research. Honestly, I think they're not really scientists, just rich. The junkies, for some reason, are pretty upfront about it. They just say they're looking to snort some blow out of a dead man's nasal cavity.
Honest men on an honest quest. You should join them.
Right.
By now, I'd say I know about as much about it as anyone on the coast.
Okay. And that leaves us with a decision. Do
Yeah,
we undertake
of
it?
course. Yeah, we take it.
Okay.
The treasure hunt.
Whoa. Hold on just a minute. Finding it right now is literally impossible.
What?
Why?
For one, the way is blocked by that big lorry that says Delta Logistics Company on the side. You definitely have to search the area behind that lorry too, yet it is impassable.
What?
And second, outfitting an expedition like that is expensive. It'd have to be a big production to do the cocaine skull justice. You need new gear, people who know what they're doing, all kinds of provisions.
Like, this sounds like a really good thing to do for, like, us going to the island in general.
Yes.
It's just hilarious that apparently the only way to do that is to sign up for a harebrained cocaine search.
It also sounds exactly like something an addict would make up to get your money.
Oh, I see. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where he goes with this.
It's just not feasible within the economic and temporal frame of our current setup. Matter of fact, unless a bunch of money just falls out of the sky, we might never know what's up with that skull.
I have to agree. We barely have what we need to solve the case we've got now. We can't afford to run around chasing after quasi-mythical pieces of drug paraphernalia. Besides, it would look extremely bad for the RCM to be caught up in something that has the word cocaine writ large on it. The PR is tricky on this.
Okay.
That's a nice Kim quote. The PR is tricky on this.
Yeah, that does sound like him.
We can say, damn, that's too bad. Or we can say, who cares? It was an idiotic idea anyway.
Damn, that's too bad.
Wait. Maybe there's another way. Maybe up around the coast. Don't give up now.
Yeah, well, that's the reality situation for you. Who knows, though? Maybe someday we'll get our chance.
Okay, so I have not completely given up.
No.
We'll just see, I guess, if something comes up.
Yeah. We can also ask about the things again, or are there any more stories you can tell?
Sure. I mean, we went this far.
Not that I can think of, currently.
And we say, I guess that makes sense. You have been drinking a lot.
Sure.
That might be the case. Yeah.
And then we say, be seeing you.
All
I
right.
believe.
Goodbye, Doom Spiral.
Yeah. I wonder, he was talking about some specific lorry, but I don't know which one he meant.
I was gonna ask you, what the fuck is he talking about? Because I don't know.
Yeah, there's no lorry around here. I think there's one, I vaguely remember, on the other side of the
Waterlock?
the waterlock. Well, on this side of it, there's a road, right? And I'm not sure if there were any lorries there, but I'm gonna check very quick.
Okay, but honestly, I don't care that much about the cocaine skull.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, there's... Okay, some viewer told us about this thing here that we can't open, and apparently we just need to equip
Oh yeah,
the
let's
tool.
do that then. Thanks to all the viewers for the helpful comments.
Yes.
Thanks for the comments to this episode as well. You know, we learned some stuff about the airship that was interesting. I don't want to spoil. Yes, Vincent?
We got the Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies.
Hey, that's cool.
Which are
What do they
glasses.
do? Haven't seen new equipment in a while.
Yeah. They give +1 to empathy and -1 to logic.
Well, I don't want to wear them, but it's nice to have.
Yeah. And there are, in fact, some lorries, but I don't think we can get to them.
Okay, I don't care. Let's talk to the twins.
Yeah. Can we get to them? Can we get... Oh, no. This is... We've explored all this before.
Yes. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Yeah. Don't know why that came up for me.
Where's that from?
Vincent, you don't know because you
I mean,
have...
I know it's from CRPGs, but which one specifically?
Which one could Grandpa Marius be referring to? That was... Leave a comment to tell Vincent what
Nice.
CRPG that quote came from. Anyway, are we at the twins?
Yes. Talk to the twins.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
We can say, okay, kids, you've been to that island, right? Or we can say, you must be Lilienne's twins.
The second one is less aggressive, right?
Yeah,
Do that.
Lily's mum.
says one of the twins.
What are they, like 5? How do they go on a raft to the
I
island?
have no idea.
That's irresponsible.
I mean, they look maybe a little older, maybe 7-ish.
Okay, still.
But yeah, I agree. And then, yeah, we say, okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. And we say either, yes, that one. I need to know what's there. Or, no, some other island. Of course, that one.
No, that's not how you talk to kids. Do not move on.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
And in between the lines it says, the boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Pretty good voice actor.
Yes. Really like them. Also, the portraits are interesting because they don't look at you like they normally do. They look to the side, and the twins look basically identical.
They're twins, after all.
Right. The only difference is that one of them has a green cap, and the other one has a like reddish. And yeah, one of them looks to the left side, and the other one looks to the right side, so they look at each other basically.
Right. Yeah.
And the portrait always switches depending on if it's Lilienne's twin or Lilienne's other twin.
That's nice. Yeah.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Actually, I have to correct myself. In the portrait, they both have green heads.
Okay.
While in the game, they have different.
Inconsistent.
Yes.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
That's true. What if some bullet shells are different, like because they're from a sniper rifle?
And we can ask, we can say, wait, you mean shells? Or number 2? What then? Or we can, and not an agreement.
Number 1.
I don't know what these are.
Okay. And then we can ask, what then? Or not an agreement.
What then?
There are lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
The what? Can you read that?
There are lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Oh,
Who's the fire guy? Maybe one of the mercenaries that just lives on the island,
Like
I guess?
the one called the Killer, perhaps?
Possibly, yes.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
And we can say, number 1, someone lives on the island. Number 2, you mentioned something about lights. Number 3, your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? Or we can conclude by saying number 4, is that all you know?
Okay.
Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
Number 1.
No.
That came quick.
Yeah, the boy answers, shaking his head vehemently.
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you.
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Next question. Why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other explains.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Next question.
He doesn't want to get spotted, so put the fire out.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Probably is.
Yeah.
Why does he not ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides, like a little tin soldier.
Because he doesn't want to be found. Smoke traces.
That was
You
my
were
theory.
right, yes. Next question. You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Interesting. It says, I ... starts one of them. It's hard to tell which one now. And
Sure.
then-
Even the game has given
yeah.
up.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
It says, The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion. And then he doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Okay, he comes and goes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. Maybe because he's wearing a mask?
Yeah, likely.
We ask, how come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last option. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Yes.
Our father killed himself.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
Don't say that, he didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up, like he's about to start crying.
They don't agree on many things.
No. We can say number 1. Your father did not kill himself. Number 2, he killed himself, all right. Or number 3, say nothing.
Say number 1, because that's what Lilienne said. She said the waves took him.
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
Sure.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Is that logic?
Yes.
Well, we don't know if it's connected. you know?
Yeah, it's about the same island.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a legit question.
yes. And then we conclude by saying, is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island?
There's
And the boy says, rubbing his eyes, it's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Also, we completed the task and gained 10 XP.
Nice.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we leave.
All right.
Do we also want to talk to their sister about it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Now, I mean, she's probably also been there.
Yeah. Also, we haven't talked to her in forever, I think. Anything else here? No. Oh, wait. I thought. So we are standing in Lilienne's room.
The
Is
hall.
that the phasmid?
What?
It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
What?
What?
Are you kidding me?
I don't. What?
What is he seeing? Where's the phasmid, Vincent?
I don't know. I don't see it. I mean, there.
Look at the walls.
Yeah, but there's nothing I can see that is leaning against the walls. I mean, she's playing with something, but apart from that,
Was there like a key Alt or whatever to highlight stuff you can click on?
I tried that when we entered, and there was nothing apart from that.
Maybe the phasmid is invisible.
Maybe. But yeah.
What skill was that?
Inland Empire.
Yeah,
I really
of
can't
course
see
it
anything.
is.
There's just bottles and cups and.
Is there
cloths
anything you
and-
can interact with here?
No, not when we entered, and now I can't interact with anything because we're in the dialogue.
Oh, we're okay. Then we'll just continue the dialogue.
Yeah, but there's nothing there.
Okay,
What are
sure.
you talking about?
Well, I was confused. I thought it just came up and then it's gone, and we'll just continue.
Yes.
Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
The fish. What?
Who said
What was the term? Fishing road?
fishing rod?
And what is that referring to?
I'm not sure. did we have any interact with a fishing rod?
Fishing rod. Man, we did so much stuff. I don't know.
I wonder if it's referring to Lena's story about the phasmid.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't think there was a fishing rod involved there either.
I don't know what this is getting at, so can't help it. Be more clear, Skills. What else? Options?
We can, number 1, try to sneak up on the phasmid. Number 2, leap towards the phasmid and clasp it in your hands. Number 3, you're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand there calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is. Or number 4, ignore the sighting and discard thought.
No, screw you. Crap. Being fooled again, I don't like it. I think I like the first option. What do you say?
I like the third option because I guess it's in reaction. It's the skill option.
Is it though? That's never how they're arranged, right?
That is true.
The skill option is always the first one. And like you're not being fooled again, and that option, calling it a non-phasmid, implies to me that it is a skeptical option.
I agree, yeah.
And that is not the way forward, as far as I'm concerned, Vincent.
So I guess the try to sneak up on the phasmid is the skill option?
Let's do it.
I'm confused.
Probably because Lena, in her fishing rod story, leaped on it or whatever, and wasn't careful enough. And we're not going to make that mistake.
Yes.
So sneak, Vincent. Sneak like your life depended on it.
Here we go.
It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. It's a fire iron.
Oh.
How disappointing.
Wow. What a stupid red herring. Game. Come on. And we look like an idiot to Kim, because we're like, yeah, Kim, careful.
Yeah.
Let me sneak
Kim,
up on
listen
it.
to me.
Oh, never mind. It's a fire iron. Okay.
We say, I can't believe it. Or, of course there wasn't the phasmid. It's way too big. Or number 3, this is what I get for trying to be a scientist instead of a cop. I mean, I'm not even a good cop.
Number 1.
I can't believe it.
Right? You'll have better luck next time, though. The phasmid, finding it is your destiny.
This is going to keep happening just randomly.
Now I just want to check every location in the game. For
no, we're not doing that.
phasmid.
Don't worry, viewers. We're not doing that.
Give the dream of discovering the Insulindian phasmid a rest for now.
Okay. Cool. Now talk to the girl.
Yeah, anyway. Is there anything? No, there's nothing to interact with. I mean, I do see the fire iron. It's just not leaning against the wall. Anyway.
No phasmid.
Mister, what were you doing in my fireplace?
What?
We can say there was a phasmid in it.
All right.
I was trying to catch it. Or we can say nothing.
Yeah, tell her.
Oh. Okay.
She nods seriously.
She gets it.
And we can say number 1, are you Lilienne's daughter? And number 2, are the twins outside your brothers?
Number 1.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
She gazes at you with her big eyes. And we can say, yes, we met earlier. Or, not really, but I'd like to.
That's weird. Say number 1.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
She's never anything. What a great mom.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair...
I mean, she means she's never angry or anything.
The last 3 days we've seen Lilienne. She's just been standing by that pier doing nothing.
Well, she's like sorting her nets and stuff. Also, she was kind of angry at us for getting hurt.
True. But
so this child is a liar, Vincent. Kim, put that in your notebook.
But as far as we know, little Lily hasn't even met Lilienne past 3
We've never
days.
seen them together.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the same person.
Yeah,
Lilienne in
maybe.
disguise.
Yes.
Now this turns into a Scooby-Doo episode where we pull up masks of people's heads.
Lilienne is just little Lily.
And
with
she's
like
also
trench
Joss
coat.
or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And the gardener, and she was the killer all along.
It's just an elaborate setup,
Yeah.
like in, what's the name? Shutter Island, where they try to...
Oh, that was a nice movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting silly. This phasmid thing threw me off track, I think. Yeah. last silly bits before we
God.
get to the serious island, Vincent.
Yeah, I thought we would get there today, but
Yeah,
I guess
that's how this
not.
game goes.
Yeah.
Let's question this child, Vincent.
Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
They're older?
What?
I'm sorry, but they sound retarded in comparison.
And-
I
mhm.
guess. Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, her
I
portrait
don't know
looks
child
maybe
psychology.
younger.
In case you didn't tell, couldn't tell.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
And we say, they look identical, right? I said the same thing.
They look identical.
She slowly processes the word, then snickers with laughter. And that's it.
All right.
Goodbye.
Nothing very helpful.
Bye.
Okay.
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you.
All right. So I would say one last trip to Ray's pawn shop to buy a shovel, or maybe like since we have the money and we apparently don't need it for an expedition, let's just spend it on whatever might be useful.
Sure. Can we? Can we interact with the boat? How do we? Oh, okay, the boat's there. So apparently there are two boats, and I was wondering because the one I was expecting to lit up didn't. But there's another boat at the end of the pier. And now we're on the way to the pawn shop. I wonder where. I really wonder where the phasmid could show up again.
Yeah, it just got you now, right?
Yeah, of
But,
course.
yeah, I don't know, Vincent.
Because I feel like the only thing we have to do to finish finding the phasmid is just checking
No,
every
I think,
building.
like, don't you get it? Like, there are no phasmids. Like,
No,
it's
no,
never gonna work.
Marius, listen to me.
It's just every time it's gonna be stuff like this, and all this
But it's
phasmid
not next
quest.
time it's gonna be the real
No,
one.
it's like all this phasmid quest has done is transform Harry into this weird, nervous person who occasionally sneaks up on objects and looks at things weirdly.
Yes, which is not really that bad.
No, I mean, I guess not.
But see, now I want to sneak up on a third object
Well,
just to see what
okay,
happens.
maybe it'll happen.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a time thing than a location thing.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics.
That seemed weirdly non sequitur, but also really appropriate to our conversation, as if Ray was listening in on us. Yeah,
Oh, good job, Ray.
yeah. Thanks, Ray.
Okay. And we can ask, you're calling this politics?
Oh, because of the shooting, I forget.
Yes,
Yeah. Go ahead.
We can also say, well, someone has to, or yeah, I shouldn't have either.
You're calling this politics.
In its purest form. Now, what can I do for you?
Nothing new there.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we just want a shop menu, Ray.
Yeah. We don't really have. I mean, the shop doesn't really have a menu, right? Because they are just objects we click on.
I didn't know. Okay.
There's a. You might be able to aid our investigation. I'm just gonna. I assume it's about money, but we'll see.
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Okay, it's just questions.
The pawnbroker's
yeah.
gaze is already fixed on the
Are there any objects here? I don't think so. No. There's the 700 real light, the speakers we already got, and the figurine we already got.
Okay.
And nothing new.
Nothing new. All right.
So, time to look for a phasmid?
I guess. I mean, no, you tricked me. I thought you were going to say island. And you didn't. I mean, no, we're not doing that.
Where else would we get a shovel?
No, they were done with the shovel. That was all, Vincent. Next is the boat.
But shovel, maybe.
I mean, technically, we only have 10 minutes left, and then it's an episode anyway.
Yeah, see, we can.
So, okay,
check
Vincent,
some other
I'll
buildings.
give you this, okay? We have like 5 minutes in the episode left. We'll go to the island next time, I promise. It'll be literally the first thing in the episode. But, Vincent, I'll give you one location we can now go to. Pick
It's only
any
a red
one.
chair. Just a red chair in an empty shack, with what looked like a dusty bow tie on the shelf. Nothing to see here, right?
It was there. So there's a shed we've been to before, I think.
Yeah, the one that had nothing in it.
Yes, and
Conspicuously nothing in it.
there's a red chair. I don't
Was
remember.
that here before?
I think so, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
And Inland Empire is apparently fascinated by it.
Yeah, of course it is.
And we can say, hey, Kim, where are we? Or we
Sure.
can speak to Inland Empire and say, sounds like we need to investigate it then. Or we can discard the thought.
Ask Kim first.
In someone's abandoned shack. On the coast.
All right.
In Martinez.
He looks at
In
you.
Ravachol.
He's afraid you've forgotten suddenly.
You never know with Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now can we talk to Inland?
We can say out loud, what's with the red chair?
Sure.
Or the other option, what's with the red bow tie? And we show it to him. Also,
Chair first.
I don't see a red bow tie, by the way.
Okay.
The chair first? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's just a piece of furniture.
He looks at the chair, gathering dust.
Red paint is peeling off it. Looks like blood, no?
Is that Inland or other skills?
Yeah, and
Okay.
what happened to the mercenaries after the shooting? Did they all die?
That's a really good point, Vincent. I don't remember. I think we've been told. I think most of them died.
Yeah,
At least one.
Yeah, maybe if one of them was just hurt, they stopped here to.
It's possible that we
repair
will
the
find
damage.
the killer on the island, right? And he's hurt. And it's a really good thought that he might have stopped here and bled on that chair.
What's with the red bow tie? And we showed him. Maybe a bandage.
It's just a piece of clothing you've picked up. You do that, officer. You collect clothes sometimes.
That's pretty funny. Yeah.
That is true, yes.
Yeah.
He sounds a little worried. It's an odd habit.
So useful though.
Yes.
And
You
like
better not fucking think about ditching me for some shitty cum-stained bow tie! You and I are gearing up for the final showdown that's gonna be off all walls! You wait and see!
oh, he's right. Vincent, I hope we're wearing this guy. We are, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Your necktie sounds very scared. Never take it off.
Okay, I won't.
Yes, agreed. You should never take your necktie off.
No, I absolutely will not.
All right, let's move on. And we finish the thought.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. Are we wearing it? Yeah, we are wearing it.
Okay. We never take it off, Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're also not wearing any hat or glasses.
Okay.
No, it just
Is
feels
that-
like we've always done that. I don't know
Is
why.
that intentional? Like, do we have a hat and glasses that only give bonuses, so there would be no reason not to wear them?
Yeah, we have, for example, the Austrian Lieutenant's cap,
Sure.
which gives +1 authority.
Just put that
And
on.
Do we have any glasses that only gives bonuses? We have Mega Binus prescription lenses, +1 encyclopedia, -1 perception.
No, I don't want that.
But nothing that gives only bonuses.
Then just wear your eyes. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, Vincent. As I said, you have one location, if you want.
Huh. Where would
And
a
this one you
phasmid
just snuck in. You
be?
get that for free.
Nice. I'm thinking the church, maybe.
We've been there, though.
Yeah, but I wonder if it has changed because we had this interaction now.
I mean, sure, the last place you want to go to is the church. We can go there, say a quick prayer.
Yeah, and there's really no other area we could enter apart from the shack we used to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's all either that or Ruby's place.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the church, maybe?
All right, it's your call.
Let's go to the church.
Feels fitting that is where we
Yes.
end this episode, and then next time we'll be on the boat in episode 88.
Yes. Okay, please tell me there's something to interact with here.
Last
I mean,
time
there's
the music.
plenty of stuff here, but
No phasmid.
no phasmid.
Sorry.
God
Sorry, Vincent, but the
damn
phasmid
it.
is in another castle.
I suppose so, yes.
Thank you, dear viewer, for watching our episode, which I don't know what we did today, but I guess last preparations.
I mean, we got the boat.
Yeah, that's true. We talked to the twins.
Yes.
Thank
We learned
you,
about the
Vincent,
island.
for playing. If you have any comments, please leave them. We always enjoy hearing from you guys. You can subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Twitter at @makes_play. Vincent, any last words?
Damn, phasmid got away.
All right. See you next time.
Bye-bye.